Hello guys, welcome back to a new video here today. Happy to be back, happy to have you guys here today. In today's video, we officially got someone to officially try our new suggest a video feature option on my website. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. I have it up here and in the description below. But today, someone suggested a new video here today, which is this video as you see. And in their suggestion, they were feeling lost, right? They asked for some life advice saying, I feel so lost. I don't know what to do after high school, and I feel all this pressure from my parents and peers. I just want to thank this person so much for suggesting this video because however they feel is the most valid reaction and most natural reaction I could ever say. Because specifically, as someone who graduated last year, there's so much pressure that people put on you from right off the bat from elementary school is when they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? You know, what's your dream? And, you know, in school, your whole journey, your whole goal is just to pass that grade, get to the next grade. You know what I mean? Just go through school, make friends, yada yada, sports, and just growing up, right? And, you know, after high school, it's like everyone goes on their own journey and it's like, what now? And it's like people expect you to know what you want to do right away, you know, what you want to accomplish when it's completely natural to take a year off, take a time off to understand yourself or what you want to do or what you want to do in your future, because it's your future. You're going to be doing it the rest of your life. And it's completely natural to feel lost when, you know, you're with everybody. We're all on the same journey and now we're all on our own. You know, we have people going to college, you have people going to trade, people moving, you have people going to the military, social media, music, mechanical, automotive. And it's like, dang, what if I'm not interested in any of that? What if I'm not sure what I want to do? Then this video is here for you right now. And I'm here to tell you that you guys are not lost. You guys are not stuck. You guys are just simply directionless. And that's completely valid to feel right now. You know what I mean? And because every day in the past, every day in our lives, like from elementary to high school, it's like you live your life on autopilot. You know, you just get through the day and on to the next. You know, I did this work, I did what I did for the day, on to the next, yada yada yada. And it starts to catch up with you after high school because it's like I can't really do that anymore. You know what I mean? Because you're just going with the flow and you're not really advancing or improving or going anywhere. You're just staying put, which is why we feel lost and why we feel stuck, you know. But ways to get out of this and advice that I'd recommend to high schoolers that are just graduating right now is to start building routine, start building a system, and just start building systems, not just for maybe your dream, maybe your goal. Maybe it's fine, you don't know what you want to do right now, but at least make some systems, make some goals for you to do your hobbies, things you enjoy, or things you have to get done, things like that. You know, spare time. And that way, like, number one, you don't feel stuck, you don't feel directionless. You know, you're still putting your time and effort into new skills, you know, either that's editing, like woods, construction, whatever your interest may be. You're still putting time into that, and you're still having time for new things and people around you. You know what I mean? And I also just want to recommend, now that you're on your own journey, there's no reason for you guys to be comparing your journey from someone that's being a technician or being something else. You know what I mean? You guys are on your separate paths, and just focus on yourself, you know? And at the same time, you could be putting, you know, doom scrolling, looking on TikTok reels, you could put into your habits or your goals that you want to put in. You know what I mean? That will make you feel less stuck and have you have some type of direction and control of your life. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to stay stagnant and feel like, well, where'd all the time go? Why'd all these months pass by? You know what I mean? So I definitely, if you don't know where your direction is right now, you don't know where your goal is, build a system, build some goals, and build specifically systems. Specifically system. If you're not sure, how do I build a system? Plan out your schedule, plan out your day, plan out your weeks. You know what I mean? Give yourself tasks, small wins for you to do. You know what I mean? So you don't have to think, should I do it? Should I not? Am I feeling like it? No, just do it. You said you were going to do it. You planned it out. So just do it. Right? And, have an objective for the day. You know what I mean? Either you want to accomplish that today, you want to do that today, or you want to have this reward for today. Go ahead. And all of that starts with creating a structure, which is creating a system, which is kind of what I just said right now, honestly. You know what I mean? You could, start off with new habits. When you're starting with new habits, all right, this is where I messed up, because my biggest habits I wanted to have was do some push-ups today, do like 50 push-ups a day, read 30 minutes a day, meditate for a day, 30 minutes a day. And those were far big goals. Like, those were long goals that I wanted to do. And to be fair, I wasn't even doing them at first. So why did I have such big goals when they weren't even reachable? You know what I mean? So start off small, which is just your goal, opening a book. That's small. You open up a book, all right, might as well read the first page. All right, you like the first page, read the second one. Read it not, You know what I mean? Your goals are just, you're small. You know what I mean? Because you want to give yourself small wins that encourage you and be like, okay, I got everything done for the day, and it makes you save it up and build it for the next. Okay, you could prestige. Maybe my next goal could be maybe read 1 page, maybe read 2, things like that. And my last official point, which is super key point, that this one hit super close to home, is to stop waiting. To stop waiting to be ready specifically. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to do something after you do this, after I do that, after you do this, I'll do it. No, that's all it is just excuses. As someone that said, man, I'm gonna work more on my videos, I'm gonna lock in right after I get my truck, because the only thing that's holding me back is my truck. All right, I don't have a car right now, and as soon as I get a car, I'm going to the gym twice a day. I'm reading my books. I'm going to the library. I'm going to work. This and that. Got my truck. Did not work on my videos. Did not go to the library. Did not hit the gym twice a day. No, you know what I mean? And the reality is, I just kept making excuses for me to hold off, for me not to go. And basically, one day, guys, you just come to a realization where it's like, man, I've been living my life on autopilot in the same loop over and over and over again. Do I want to continue living like this? Am I finally going to just snap and say, hey, I'm going to just officially start working towards where I want to go? I'm tired of living in this loopy simulation life. So let me just build a system for myself, work on that skill in my dream, my goal, push up, exercise, read, and boom. You know what I mean? Just set it up for yourself. You know what I mean? Building discipline for yourself is so important, because motivation is never going to get you far. Motivation always hits at 3 a.m. and you hit those 50 push-ups, and then you wake up the next morning and you're eating like hot chips already. You know what I mean? Like, motivation is never going to get you far, but discipline will. And don't even see discipline as, oh, I need to be hard, I need to get this done, that's a non-negotiable. No. Not even that, bro. See it as, let me get this done for tomorrow. Let me help myself out tomorrow. Let me help myself the next day. Specifically me, bro. My room was so dirty at one point, bro. I was like, bro, I cannot do this shit in one day. But you know what I did? I held myself out in days. Today I'm gonna just get the garbage. I'm gonna make it easier for tomorrow for my day. I'm gonna just get the garbage. Tomorrow, the next day happened. I'm gonna just get the clothes right now. I'm gonna just pick up everything, get the clothes right now, and do my laundry. The next day, okay. I'm gonna fix my TV, my setup stand, my setup, my desk. All right. The next day, okay. Let me focus on my drawers and my this and that. You know, you could build consistency and discipline just through small steps. You know what I mean? Do this to help you out tomorrow, that to help you out the next day, that to help you out the next day, that's and that and that. And it keeps on going, right? And that's honestly how I learned to do it for myself. You know what I mean? And even times where I still slack in these YouTube videos. I mean, I'm supposed to upload weekly and I didn't upload in 2 weeks, you guys saw. And this video right here is my, okay, this is my makeup for it. You know what I mean? But even then, as you guys can see, I still struggle with consistency. But you just have to see it as like, man, I have to put this work in now for the future because I know it'll all be worth it. No matter that's your skill or your athlete or no matter what you want to do. It's all for the future. It's all going to build up for the future. You know what I mean? And of course the future looks far. Future definitely is farther than an arm's length. But if you saw how quick time went by when you was on autopilot, imagine how quick time's gonna fly by when you're doing your systems, when you're improving everything you want to get done for the day and this and that. You're gonna be a way different person by the end of the year, the next month, this and this, right? And things like that, just small shifts in your mindset and things that you do can impact your life importantly, you know, super bigly. And I wrote a quote on here that was really hit me the hardest. It said, movement creates clarity. Clarity doesn't come first. What that's trying to say is that, like I said previously, you're never going to be ready. You're never going to be waiting for the stars to align for you to finally take that action. Because let's be reality, the stars are never going to align perfectly for you. They're not. You know what I mean? The sun is not always going to be sunny. The weather app might say it's going to rain today, but it's not. It's going to drizzle. You know? And clarity only comes when it's movement. You know what I mean? Either you're not sure what your goal is, you're not sure what your dream is, start doing your favorite start doing your passions, your hobbies, what you're passionate about. For example, making YouTube videos was like, what I really came to this realization was I was always into making YouTube videos from I was a little kid, and I loved just the idea of like talking to fans and talking to people and just helping people help with their day out and this and that. And I also realized that too about myself. Man, I love making videos, just acting like I'm having an audience and entertaining people. And then when I realized when I was younger, even from middle school, I remember people would say, man, sorry, not to brag about myself, but people would say that I gave a good advice, right? And every time someone said that to me, I felt good. Like, I felt like amazing, because I'm glad that I could be there for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so glad I could give you the right advice, you know what I mean, to lead you forward and not just be a Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? I loved being there for people because I wanted someone to be there for me. You know what I mean? And when both of those things collided and hit me, it made me find my purpose, you know. And I could exactly happen the same thing to you. You know what I mean? Even you like the automotive stuff, man, do some work, you know, do your own oil change. Why not? You know what I mean? Do your own brakes, look up some YouTube videos, you know, try it. You might find some fun in it. You might come to a realization where it's like, man, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I really want to. You know what I mean? And by building these systems and these structures for you to hit every skill you want to hit every goal you want to reach, is going to make you come to a realization of who you are and what you want to do. You know what I mean? And what you're passionate about. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about YouTube and helping people out. That's my thing. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how it came out to me. And it could happen the same way to you guys. So, guys, that's my message for you today, specifically for the person that suggested this video here today. I hope this video hit close to heart. I hope this was the motivation and advice. Not the motivation, sorry, because that's not going to get you anywhere. But I hope this was the advice that you needed and needed to hear. And I hope it made you come to a click, a realization. I hope that light bulb inside of you just bling, and it just made you lit up a fire up your ass. You know what I mean? I just hope it made you come to the realization where it's like, man, there's going to be, even if I don't know the meaning of my life right now, or I don't know the purpose of my life, I am going to. You know what I mean? You know, through trial and error, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to bounce back. You know what I mean? I may not be ready for what life's going to throw at me, but I know I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to be okay because I've been okay in all my past situations. No matter what life has thrown at me, I've always found a way to be okay. So what makes this different? All right. That's my advice for you today, guys. So, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching this. And I hope all of you guys have a great one. Deuces. Peace.